destruction if you do not tell the truth. Go ahead.
And many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
Now, you go tell them about the Sabbath day, the 7th day you're supposed to be in church. They're going to say, man, what you is, a 7th-day Adventist? You going to tell them that you don't eat pork. Man, what you is, you a Muslim? No, it's in the book. You ain't supposed to do it. Evil going to be spoke of you. Get used to this. Go ahead.
And through covetousness shall they with frightened words make merchandise of you.
This is what they're doing in the prosperity churches, through covetousness. You can have what I have. When you coveting people things, you coveting this stuff. Or a lot of times you coveting somebody else's stuff. Somebody's wife, somebody's husband, whatever. Somebody's car. Whatever it is, you stealing, you coveting, you desiring their things. You don't want something like them, you want theirs.
Come on, bro.
This is what it is. They make merchandise of you with words. Go ahead.
Whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not, and their damnation slumbereth not.
It's coming. It ain't gonna linger. That damnation is coming. A lot of people think, well, God ain't got them yet. They've been prospering. They've had that church for about 50 years. Do you understand the time of God? Time of God, one day with God like 1,000. One day with God like 1,000 years to us. Because it's long to you, it ain't long to him. Go ahead.
For if God spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to hell and delivered them into the change of darkness to be reserved under judgment.
God he's not spared the angels. Understand, this hell right here is not talking about hellfire. They was in heaven with God. He cast them down to this earth, this hell right here upon earth. It's a condition. You coming from the heavenly kingdom down to the earth right here around all this filth? That's hell.
Amen.
When you can't pay your light bill, that's hell. When you can't pay your rent, that's hell. When you can't put no gas in your car, that's hell. It's a condition. You can't just use the lake of fire. You can't just use hell, see hell as being hot and fire all the time. It's a condition. But go ahead. This is what it say here.
And spared not the old world, but saved Noah, the 8th person,
Yes, sir.
the preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the ungodly.
He spared not the old world. He killed everybody in the world but Noah and his family. This is what's going on right here. Because Noah feared the Lord. He did what he told him to do, which is building that boat. Go ahead.
And turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that after should live ungodly.
This is what we read so we can get ourselves fearful of God. Look at Sodom and Gomorrah. Look at all these, and Noah. Look at all these things. Say, we no different from them. And God told they're going to be like the days of Noah when he come back. Well, people eating and drinking, doing all this crazy stuff, eating and marrying. They're doing it now. Go ahead.
Verse 7. And delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked.
Yes, sir.
For that righteous man dwelleth among them, in seeing and hearing, vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds.
See, God even delivered Lot because he saw some good at the time of delivering him and his family. He delivered him, even though he still had that filthy conversation. God knows he have a problem with his flesh. He knows that. But if you can show him a sign, faith of a grain of a mustard seed, he'll deliver it in him. Go ahead, brother.
The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptation,
Yes, sir.
and to reserve the ungodly unto the day of judgment to be punished.
He know how to deliver. Don't you worry yourself. Oh, now God gonna get him. He ain't got him yet. You count down in your mind how he gonna get these people. Don't worry about that. It's coming. That's our problem. We always try to worry about trying to see if God gonna get these people. Trying to kill. Man, y'all hear folk praying that God kills certain people. That's something. Worry about yourself. Let's go to Luke. 2 more after this, we out here. Luke chapter 6 and verse 39. The fear of the Lord. I know it's kind of long. We normally out here about an hour and 15 minutes, but I want to live this on. Because most people don't fear God. You can tell by their conversation. You can tell. Luke chapter 6 and verse 39. Go ahead. First of all, one thing I tell people, don't let nobody lead you that's blind. Believe me, if they ain't come out this word of God, they ain't tell you to fear God and keep his commandment, they are blind. I don't care if they preacher so-and-so, reverend so-and-so, they are blind. And you know what happened to blind people? They go stumble and fall, and sometimes they hurt themselves. Go ahead, brother.
38.
Oh yeah, 38, 30, 39.
39.
Yeah.
And he spake a parable unto them. Can the blind lead the blind? Shall they not both fall into the ditch?
So he spoke a parable like a riddle or something like that. Trying to get people, God used a lot of parables in the Word of God to explain his plan. Parables are put here to confuse the world. But to the wise, we understand. Go ahead.
The disciple is not above his master, but everyone that is perfect shall be as his master.
Yes, sir.
And why beholdest thou the mote that is in thy brother's eye, but perceivest not the beam that is in thine own eye?
That's just like people, we're talking about the mote, meaning that you got a small little speckle in your eye, small little sin in your eye that nobody really don't see. And you got most people got a beam in their eyes, and you trying to tell them what to do. You got a beam in your eye, like you trying to tell me to control my kid. You trying to tell me to control my kid, and your kid's out of control. You trying to tell me not to break the Sabbath, you breaking it. You trying to tell me not to lie, and you lie the biggest lie around here. He said, check yourself first, and then you can try to help somebody else later.
Come on.
Go ahead.
Either how can thou say to thy brother, Brother, let me pull out the mote that is in thine own eye, when thou thyself beholdest not the beam that is in thine own eye? Thou hypocrite, cast out first the beam out of thine own eye, and then shalt thou see clearly to pull out the mote that is in thy brother's eye.
He said, man, how you gonna help me? You got a big old 2x4 in your eye. A big old piece of wood, meaning a big old piece of sand that everybody can see it. And you trying to help me. You can't help me. You look like a hypocrite. That's why I tell y'all, when you tell people this stuff, don't tell people this stuff like you got it all right. Always tell them you working. You working. You seem like a hypocrite when you think you got everything under control. We don't. None of us do. We working all day. I'd be the first to tell you I struggle with a lot of this stuff. Go ahead.
Verse 43. For a good tree bringeth not forth corrupt fruit.
Yes, sir.
Neither doeth a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit.
All it's saying, if you're not talking about fruit you eat, you're talking about your works, good works. When I teach y'all and y'all go teach somebody else, like, whoa, where y'all learn that from? This good fruit coming from a good tree, which is from the God to me to y'all. I'm giving y'all good fruit, just like he gave me and my teacher gave me. Go ahead.
For every tree is known by his own fruit.
Yes, sir.
For out of thorns men do not gather figs, nor of a bramble bush gather they grapes.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
A good man out of the good treasure of his heart bringing forth that which is good. And an evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringing forth that which is evil.
Yes, sir.
For of that abundance of the heart his mouth speaketh.
It tells you all the time, whatever in your heart or your mind, when you're back against the wall, it's coming out. You're going to really find out the true person when they're in stressful times. Stressful times, you're going to really find out who you're dealing with. Because he said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Check a person when they're on a lot of stress. See what come out their mouth. If the word of God come out their mouth, hey, they proving themselves to be righteous, bringing forth good fruit. If the words of corruptness, filthiness come out their mouth, you know who you're dealing with. Go ahead, brother.
For why For why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
That's what I'm saying. People call on the Lord all the time, and they don't do the things He say. You see this all the time. Oh, I just love the Lord. But then I look down at your plate. You got a big old pork chop down. You got some hog maws. You got some greens. You got some catfish. You got shrimp crab. Where you loving the Lord at? This is the secret things of God that they don't see. This is the secret thing. That dietary law in Leviticus chapter 11, where He tell you what you can and cannot eat. Let's go to Philippians. Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. Do that later. Philippians chapter 2 is the last one. I can breathe. We got to know this, y'all. Got to know this. First of all, because God judged me. He said, the ones that lead His flock astray, I'm going to deal with you the worst. You're going to get beat with many stripes. I don't want that. Philippians chapter 2 and verse 12. This is what we all must do. We all must do this. Go ahead, brother.
Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my present only, but now much more in my absence.
Yes, sir.
Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
This is what it is. Whole nutshell. Work out your salvation through fear and trembling. Not just in His presence, but out of His presence. Meaning that when you're in your room, by yourself, looking at your cell phone, looking at your computer, looking at your TV, all that lustful stuff that comes before your eyes, you got to work it out then. Flip on through it. Turn it off. Work it out. Because what? He's judging everything. Everything. Well, I hope y'all got some out of that. We're going to stand and close out. And just make sure. Fear the Lord. And then men will depart from evil. If you don't fear Him, you'll still be doing the same old thing. Same old thing.